Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.
Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you. You're with me, Pig Brain, here today on CNBC TV 18, and you're watching NSE's Financial Quest, Season 5. 5 years ago, the National Stock Exchange of this country decided to create a new initiative that would empower our young kids who are in school through a unique program called Financial Quest. The idea and the objective was to make our students who are still in school well acquainted with small little nuggets about the world of finance, better ways of managing money, all of this with the intention of making them more sensible and prudent investors in the future. The resultant outcome of an initiative like this would perhaps make our nation way stronger as a financial country with a lot of capabilities when these youngsters grow in their future. A nation would be way more financially robust when every individual takes better informed financial decisions. A fascinating idea that can build a way better India. NSE's Financial Quest. After traveling across the length and breadth of India, 15 cities, we are now ready to pick action in the semi-finals of this quiz. Here today with us are 5 champions from different regions of India battling for a slot in that coveted national final. For the moment, we'll take a look at who these 5 schools are, and then we play Financial Quest, Season 5, the semi-finals. We've seen the teams. Time for us to start this semi-final. Or perhaps, in the context of this quiz, it's time for me to say, it's time to ring the opening bell. Here it comes. Questions are categorized under bulls, bears, and stags. The value of a bull will be 100, the value of a bear is 75, and the value of a stag is 50. One attempt on the buzzer, 20 questions that separate you from a national final. From here, it's absolutely fair play, wherein all questions are equally open to all the 5 teams. The negatives are equal to the value of the score that you play. So if you get a negative at 100, you get a minus 100. Well, the quiz works like the stock market. If you're ready, all teams good to go. We pick action with the first of our questions. Hands on the buzzer. I'm sure seated out there, you will enjoy this quiz as much as we are enjoying bringing this to you. The first one, what's the value? Oh, we got a bull to start the semi-finals. And the first one coming up is a video. Who is this?
A variety of factors at play. And different factors affected different countries. But none of the factors was present in all.
He's an extremely famous man, author, financial guru, huge name. People call him George, but he's known better by his first name. None of the teams want to take a chance on a bull. Well, we start our semi-final with the one and only George Soros. Tough one for the teams on the first one. Still in school, life can be tough with the first one, but that's to wake you up to the reality that you are in a national semi-final. As we go to the next one, life might get a little easier here. What do we have? We have a stag coming up for you, so that's a 50. Hands on the buzzer. Here we go. What one word describes the most liquid asset? On table number 2, they've gone for it, is Delhi Public School from Vadodara.
The answer is cash.
The answer, according to you, is cash.
C-A-S-H, cash.
Is the most liquid form of an asset.
Yes.
Plus 50. You get a 50 on that shot. Vadodara will score the first runs as we move on to the next one. On your screen, we've got another bull coming up. The game will keep going that way. And on a bull, on your screens, here's your question. This is a depiction of a word which came into existence from various descriptions. From the era of Sher Shah Suri to the modern world, the name hasn't changed. On table number 1, they're giving it a go. On the buzzer is SPM English School from Pune.
It is the rupee.
The word rupee.
Yes, rupaya, rupee.
Rupaya or rupee came into existence from this nomenclature. Ever since it stayed the same.
Yes.
Plus 100. They get a plus 100 on that. A good shot by them. And two teams are off in the semi-final with 100 and a 50. As we go to the next one, we got a bear coming up on your screen. Here we go. Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin are all lesser known examples of what? Delhi Public School, Vadodara on the buzzer for a 75. Go ahead.
So the answer is cryptocurrency. They are a virtual currency which have value, but they're not real. They're not tangible or anything. And all these three are lesser known examples. The more famous ones are like Bitcoin and Dogecoin.
Absolutely brilliant. Put your hands together for them. Oh, what an answer on that. A very good answer from Vadodara. That takes them past the 100 mark. As we move on to the next question in this segment. And what do we have? We have another bear coming up on your screen. Here we go. This company announced that they will lead the development of a new blockchain financial transaction infrastructure called the Open Ledger. Current affairs in many ways with gigantic company looking at finance seriously.
Okay, so is the answer IBM, stands for, also known as Big Blue?
IBM. Is the answer IBM? That's a question. He's got it right. Put your hands together for Vadodara. Delhi Public School doing well. And they have hit 200 points on that index with that answer. Well, they're moving fast. As we go to the final one in this segment here today, early days, but we'll finish the first segment with a bull on your screens. This is a very important man from the world of banking in India. His name is Rana Kapoor. They've gone for it. On my near left is Trivandrum. Which bank?
Yes, Bank.
Yes Bank. We'll give them a bull run on 100 and a good shot on that one. Yes Bank is absolutely right. Very early days in our first semi-final here at the National Stock Exchange's financial quest for schools across India. I will tell you where the teams stand, but do permit me a very quick break. On the other side, all the action from this final and a first look at our scores. Be back in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're with CNBC TV 18 and you're watching NSE's Financial Quest. A huge quiz for schools across India. Season 5, 5 outstanding teams battling the first semi-final. We'll take a look at where the teams stand. Here it comes. As we move on to the next frontier of our battle, I'm sure Amritsar and Shillong will get there on the buzzer. The second frontier, it's time to do a little bit of trading between the teams, this time on knowledge related to finance. Here it comes. The rules remain the same. The questions keep changing, as the first one is of the value of a bull. Here it comes. On your screen, 100 waiting for you now.
Said to me, assets, whether you work or not, put money in your pocket. So when a banker looks at your financial statement, the banker looks at this and says, oh, you have assets.
On my right, Pune, who do you think is this?
He is Robert Kiyosaki, founder of Rich Dad Poor, and he's the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad.
The author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki.
Yes.
India's schools are well acquainted on the world of finance. Plus 100. Beautiful quizzing. I would have read Rich Dad, Poor Dad well into my corporate career. School kids today talk Robert Kiyosaki. Lovely. Here's the next one. What do we have coming up? All right, another bull coming up. On your screen, here we go. Expand UPI from the world of Indian banking. UPI. UPI. It's an interface. UPI. No one taking a chance on that. The hands are nervously sitting on the buzzer, but no one really giving it a push. The answer, Unified Payments Interface. Well, here's the next one coming. What do we have? I think we've got a bear coming up. 75 for you on your screens. Now, in the world of trading, what is AHT? On my right, Vadodara.
AFT stands for after hours trading. So if the stock market closes at 3:30, after that, so after the hours of the stock.
After the regular hours, if you have trading, it's called AHT.
After hours trading. Sorry.
Plus 75. Very, very good quizzing. Vadodara are extremely well prepared, is how it looks. But Pune are not too far behind. They're on 200. All that Trivandrum needs is another 100. This game is becoming tight. As we go to the next one, what do we have coming up for you is another bear. 75 on your screen now. Expand CGT from the world of taxes. They are going for it yet again, is Vadodara.
Oh.
Delhi Public School.
CGT is capital gains tax.
Capital gains tax. Plus 75. Oh, extremely well prepared are Vadodara. You would expect Gujarat to do well in a finance quiz. Under normal circumstances, they understand their money management rather well, rather early. As we move on to the next one, a 75 again. You got a bear run coming here in the quiz. And a question on your screen now. IBEX 35 is an index in which country's stock exchange? Vadodara yet again.
I think is the answer Spain.
Spain
I bet.
is another right answer by them. DPS are playing the game well. 425. They're really beginning to put pressure on the other teams. The teams would have to play out of their skins. Otherwise, Vadodara are running away. The next one coming is a bull. On your screen, 100. Now, Academy for Skills Enabling Livelihood is a huge initiative by a very famous bank in India. Who is this? At a school level, these could be a little tricky, but on table one, they're giving it a shot.
Dena Bank.
We'll give you a minus 100. Oh, that's a big knockback, but they took their chance on that one as the buzzer goes neutral. A minus 100 to them, and the answer that I was looking for, ICICI. Tough one for the team. As we go to the next one, we got a bear coming up. And the question to follow the bear here. This is a very famous man from the history of India. From Trivandrum, they've gone for it. Who is he?
R.K. Shanmugam Chettiar, the first one to present the financial budget in Indian Parliament.
R.K. Shanmugam Chetty, India's first finance minister, the man who presented the first budget of independent India, plus 75. That's a bear for you. So 75. If school children in India know who our first finance minister was, well, the present one would feel comfortable. As we go to the next one, the final one in this segment. And we've got a bull to finish this segment. Here it comes. On your screen, 100. You got to give me an overall answer, the segment finisher. And here we go. India Post. We have a lady's photograph. First launched in 1988, relaunched. The team from Amritsar are giving it a shot. What do you make of this? I think they thought it was something else and went for it on the buzzer. The value is 100. Not trying. No? Oh, minus 100 to them. I think they really thought they knew it. This is a very popular scheme in India called the Kisan Vikas Patra, which was essentially launched under the supervision of Shamal Gopinath. Well, 2 segments of this quiz, and I tell you what, Vadodara seem to be in a strong position. But we will take a look at exactly where they stand when we come back on the other side of this break. Till then, stay with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching NSE's Financial Quest, Season 5, the first semi-final. Here's a look at where the teams stand. The final frontier, time for us to make a settlement. Here it comes. On a settlement, we have the first one coming in the form of a bear, and here we go. This Friday is also referred to as Triple Witching. How do we know this Friday? The Dash Friday, as it's called. Vadodara now fighting between them on whether they should answer or not. Trivandrum are taking a chance. Early movers can have an advantage. 75 if you get it right. Go ahead.
Is it Black Friday?
It's a Black Friday. Minus 75 is what they didn't want, but good move to take the chances. That's the way they can try and chase down Vadodara. Aggression coming in from Trivandrum. As the next one comes up, it's a bull. On your screen, here we go. This was a card that drew huge criticism for heavy, exorbitant maintenance fees, in many ways, perhaps inspired by the person after whom these cards were named. We've gone for it. On my left is Shillong, and the value, of course, is 100 if you get it right.
Is it the Kardashians, like...
These
Kim
are all the
Kardashian?
Kardashians,
Yes.
so it's called the Kardashians card.
Yes.
Shillong, 100. Very, very well worked out. 100 on that. From the Army Public School, Happy Valley, Shillong. Here's the next one coming up, and you got a bear coming up on your screen. Sri Badridas Goenka is a famous name in Indian history. He became the chairman of an organization upon its formation to this version. Go ahead.
Central Bank of India.
Central Bank of India.
Yes.
Will give you a minus 5. Well, they're playing the game hard. The State Bank of India, SBI. Bad miss by SPM English School, but everyone's trying to give Vadodara a shot. As we go on to the next one, on your screen, we got a bull coming up, and here's your question. The famous John Maynard Keynes colorfully described one of the essential ingredients of economic prosperity as confidence. He referred it to some spirit that typically exists even in human beings. What spirit did Keynes draw an inference from to explain an essential ingredient for economic prosperity? Trivandrum are giving it a shot. He called it the Dash Spirit.
Is it Bond?
It's a minus 100 to you on that. Taking a big risk at Trivandrum. They get back to where they started this game. The answer, animal spirits. Oh, Vadodara knew the answer but didn't want to go for it. 2 questions remaining. Vadodara looking good to go into the national final. Here's the penultimate question. We've got a bear coming up on your screen. Now, who is this? Shillong are giving it a go.
He is the president of the World Bank, Kim Jong-un.
Absolutely fantastic. 75 to them on that. Shillong have gone to 175, but they kind of started the game a little late. So 425 looks a little far, but they're surely going to finish runner-up from here. As we go to the final one, we got a bull coming up for you. And to end the first semi-final, here we go. What's the overall answer on this one? We've got a logo on the top left. We've got an important person named Gigi Memon. No one wants to take a chance. Gujarat are giving it a go, saying nothing to lose. At best, we will lose 100.
Is it Mudra Bank?
The Mudra Bank.
Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency.
Micro Units Developments and
Refinance
Agency.
Finance Agency.
Sometimes in life, nothing goes wrong. Put your hands together. DPS from Vadodara will get another 100. 525 in cricketing parlance would be called a gale storm. Well, they came like a gale storm in the world of cricket. This has demolished the opposition here today. A phenomenal performance by them, but that takes nothing away from the remaining four teams. All of them champions from their respective cities. Let's not forget that. They won quizzes with a huge amount of challenge to get to a national semi-final. But here today, ladies and gentlemen, with 525, Delhi Public School Vadodara will walk into the national final of this quiz. For all of you here, a week from now, we will be back with another semi-final. 5 new schools, an entire new set of questions, and a second team that will go into the national final. Till then, from me, Pick Brain, from all of us here at CNBC TV 18, you are watching NSC's Financial Quest. Thank you for tuning in.
Focus. Ideate. Innovate. Enable.